Good morning and welcome again. Pastor John here from Pinesburg Baptist Church. I pray that you're well. Pray that you're staying safe. If you're like me, and I think you are on this one thing, I want this age that which we're living in right now to be done. You turn the TV on, and all you hear is the virus thing. All you hear is the recovery thing, and the economy opened up, and someone wanted to stay shut. And at least so we can get back, so our people can get back to work, and so that we can get back in the church building. I know, like we've been saying, the church is not the building, but it just seems to make it a lot better when you can get in the building and stay in the church. We see people suffering because they've lost a loved one. We see people suffering over sicknesses and illnesses, and seem to be the order of the day. And if we're not careful, and I mean very careful, we can get ourselves bogged down with things that we just can't change. In Romans chapter 8, let me read for you in verse 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." So it's saying that if you're a Christian, and that's what this verse is talking to, who this verse is talking to, Christians. That's who the book of Romans is talking to. It's written to Christian people by Paul. He's saying if you're a Christian and you compare today with tomorrow, or basically he's talking about the earth as the way we see it today, with heaven as the way it's going to be tomorrow, that there's absolutely no comparison. Things will be so different. And yeah, the sufferings today don't compare at all to the glory that we'll have tomorrow. And how many times, I don't know how many times, I catch myself asking God if he could just give us one little glimpse, just a little bit, a split second, like he did John, a split second vision of the golden streets, a split second vision of the pearly gates, and the gatherings around the tables for meals. I think if he could do that, it would be uplifting for all of us. But then I understand a couple reasons why he don't. One is the obvious reason. He tells John that my little pea brain especially wouldn't be able to comprehend it, wouldn't be able to understand how great it is. And the other thing is sort of like it's something special coming up, and it keeps us excited about getting there. It's the waiting on vacation day to arrive type thing. You know, you build yourself up, you get all excited, you can't sleep, you get anxious, you get wanting to go, and the closer it gets, the more anxious you get. The excitement continues to build and build and build, and all of a sudden you're able to go. What we can't do is get to a point in our lives where we forget that God here, while we're here on this earth walking around, God has his thumb on the scale in our favor. And yeah, tough stuff gets tough, and yeah, I'm the first one to growl about not being able to be in the church house because I miss our people and miss being there. But God's got his thumb on the scale, and he must want us to be this way for some reason right now. Can't pinpoint it, can't figure it out. But whenever we do get back, I'm thinking it's going to be so much sweeter than it has before. Maybe one reason is comes around the word complacency. In other words, oh my, it's Sunday morning. Am I going to church or not? I think for a lot of us it's going to be, glory to God, it's Sunday morning, and now I'm back in church again. I hope that's the way it is. So as we go today, let's make sure that God knows that we refuse to give in, we refuse to give up, and we'll take a stand for him no matter what. So now until we're together again and we meet together again, may God bless and have a great day.